We are going to start module 4 of chapter 9. In this module, we shall discuss motion of a top. So far we have discussed the detail about the motion of a rigid body. Top is a special type of rigid body spinning about a fixed point. We shall discuss about the motion of a symmetric top, that is, it is distributed symmetrically about a axis passing through the fixed point which is known as apex. We are going to start to discuss the motion of a top. For this, we have to obtain the components of angular velocity along the body set of axis. Next, we shall discuss different aspects of motion of a top. Let us obtain the components of angular velocity along the body set of axis. It is convenient to express the angular velocity vector in terms of Euler angles and with their time derivatives. We have already discussed about it. Let us suppose that a rigid body rotates about a point O fixed in both body and space. Let O suffix x, O suffix y, O suffix z be the three mutually perpendicular axes through O and fixed in space. At any time t, let the body has an angular velocity omega vector referred to these axes. Let small I suffix m vector, small j suffix m vector, small k suffix m vector denote the unit vectors of the coordinate axis of the system capital S suffix m. Here m vary from 0, 1, 2 up to 3. That is, we get 4 system here. Let us rotate the axes OX, OY, OZ. These are axes for S0 system, 0 is in suffix, about the axis OZ through an angle phi to obtain O xi, O eta, O zeta, which are axes of S1 system, keeping OZ fixed. So, please note here S0 is the original system and S1 is the first transformed system and OZ is remaining fixed. We are giving rotation about an angle phi. So, from the formula of transformation from coordinate, we have xi equal to x into cos phi plus y into sin phi, eta equal to minus x into sin phi plus y into cos phi, zeta equal to z as OZ is fixed. From figure 9.4a, you can show the details. These equations can be written in matrix form as given in 9.11. Let us now again rotate the axes O xi, O eta, O zeta, which are axes of S1 system about O xi through an angle theta to obtain O xi dash, O eta dash, O zeta dash, which are axes of S2 system, keeping O xi fixed. From figure 9.4b, you can find what is happening. Xi and xi dash remaining the same since O xi are fixed, and we are giving rotation about an angle theta. Therefore, from coordinate geometry we have xi dash equal to xi, eta dash equal to eta into cos theta plus zeta into sin theta, zeta dash equal to minus eta sin theta plus zeta cos theta. This can be represented through matrix as given in 9.12. Now we rotate the axis O xi dash, O eta dash, O zeta dash, which are axes of S2 system about O zeta dash through an angle psi to obtain new coordinate system which are O x dash, O y dash, O z dash, axes of S3 system keeping O zeta dash fixed. From figure 9.4c you can find it. Then from coordinate geometry we have x dash equal to xi dash cos psi plus eta dash sin psi, y dash equal to minus xi dash sin psi plus eta dash cos psi, z dash equal to zeta dash. One can write it in using matrix which is given in 9.13. This angular velocity can be considered as consisting of three successive rotations with angular velocities omega phi equal to phi dot, omega suffix theta equal to theta dot, omega suffix psi equal to psi dot, where omega vector suffix phi equal to phi dot k0 vector, which can be written as phi dot k1 vector, since the z axis remains the same in the first transformation. Omega theta vector is equal to theta dot into I1 vector, which can be written as equal to theta dot into I2 vector. Please note that in the second transformation we keep y axis fixed. Omega phi vector equal to phi dot k0 vector is equal to phi dot k1 vector, since z axis remains fixed in the first transformation. Omega theta vector equal to theta dot I1 vector, which is equal to theta dot I2 vector, since y axis remain fixed. Omega psi vector equal to psi dot k2 vector equal to psi dot k3 vector in a similar fashion. Thus, omega vector is given by omega phi vector, omega theta vector, omega psi vector. Phi, theta and psi are in suffixes. Then from equation 9.11 we have the matrix capital R1. From the matrix representation of the transformation we get this matrix. From this we can write this relation, that is I1 vector equal to I0 vector cos phi plus J0 sin phi, J1 vector equal to minus I0 sin phi plus J0 cos phi, K1 vector equal to K0 vector. The inverse transformation gives I0 in terms of I1 J1, J0 in terms of I1 J1, K0 in terms of K1. From equation 9.12 we have capital R2, this matrix. This gives I2 equal to I1 vector, J2 vector equal to J1 vector into cos theta plus K1 vector into sin theta, K2 vector equal to minus J1 vector into sin theta plus K1 vector into cos theta. In a similar fashion, using the inverse transformation we get this result. From the equation 9.13 we have this matrix. This gives I3 vector equal to I2 vector cos psi plus J2 vector sin psi, J3 vector equal to minus I2 vector sin psi plus J2 vector cos psi, K3 vector equal to K2 vector. Similarly, we can get the inverse transformation which is given in the last line. Therefore, omega vector equal to phi dot K1 plus theta dot I1 vector plus psi dot into this vector. In terms of unit vectors of S1, we have substituted the value in terms of the unit vectors of S1. If we substitute the value in terms of unit vectors of S2, we get this result. That is, if we put the value of I1, J1, K1 in terms of I2, J2, K2, we can get this result. On simplification, this becomes this one if we substitute I2 vector, J2 vector, K2 vector in terms of I3 vector, J3 vector, K3 vector, that is in terms of unit vectors of S3 on simplification, that is taking the coefficients common of I3 vector, J3 vector, K3 vector. We have so far discussed the Euler's kinematical relations, which play an important role to discuss the equations of motion with respect to a body set of axes which are rotating. In case of a rigid body motion, we need a different approach to handle the dynamical problems in such cases. So, with the help of kinematical relations, let us discuss the motion of a top. Therefore, the components of angular velocity about the coordinate axis are given by omega 1 equal to theta dot cos psi plus phi dot sin theta sin psi, which have been written here. Omega 2 equal to minus theta dot sin psi plus phi dot sin theta cos psi. Omega 3 equal to phi dot cos theta plus psi dot. These are known as Euler kinematical relations. Now we shall discuss motion of a top. A top is a rigid body terminating in a sharp point called the apex. It is a rotating rigid body with one point fixed in space, which is its apex. A symmetric top has an axis of symmetry of the mass distribution. So, the center of mass is on the axis and the fixed point is also on the axis of symmetry. We assume that the top is spinning with its apex in contact with a perfectly rough horizontal plane in a uniform gravitational field such that the slipping of the point of contact is prevented. As such motion takes place about a fixed point coinciding with the point of contact, the motion of the top will be described by Euler's angles, which are theta, phi and psi. The center of gravity of the top is at a distance L from O. The weight capital M into G, that is mass into acceleration of the top, acts at center of gravity capital G parallel to space z axis vertically downwards. We know that top is a rigid body. So, the kinetic energy of the top is capital T equal to half into capital A into omega x square plus capital B into omega y square plus capital C into omega z square. Omega x, omega y, omega z are the components of angular velocity along x, y and z axis respectively. As the body is symmetric about the axis, so A equal to B equal to the principal moment of inertia about the transverse axis. C is the principal moment of inertia about its axis at the point O. Therefore, if we put B equal to A, we get this result. Using Euler kinematical relations we already have, which are given by 9.14, we get this result. Putting the expression of omega x, omega y, omega z in terms of theta, phi, psi and theta dot phi dot psi dot, we get this. Potential energy of the top is given by capital V, which is mg into L cos theta. We know that potential energy is mgh, here h is L cos theta. So, we get this result. Now, let us form the Lagrangian of the system. For a holonomic dynamical system, Lagrangian is the difference between kinetic and potential energy. So, we have this result. Please note that in the expression of Lagrangian, phi dot is present, but there is no phi. Psi dot is present, but there is no psi. So, phi and psi are the cyclic coordinates. If we calculate del del psi dot of L, we get this one, and taking the value of constant as C into n, we get this result. N is called the spin of the top. Thus, the angular velocity of the top about the symmetry axis remains invariant, that is constant, throughout the motion. Angular velocity of the top about the symmetry axis, that is, we get omega suffix z equal to n equal to constant. Again, since phi is a cyclic coordinate, we have del del phi dot of L equal to constant. Calculating the partial derivative, we get this one. So, this is constant. We have already obtained this value of this quantity. So, this is constant. We get capital A phi dot sin square theta plus this is n. So, C into n into cos theta equal to constant. Sin square theta can be written as sin theta into sin theta. Sin theta can again be written as cos of pi by 2 minus theta. So, we give this stuff, and n is equal to omega z. So, if we replace n by omega z, we get this one. So, we get the result 9.16. Thus, the angular momentum of the top about the space z axis remains constant throughout the motion. Physically, this follows from the fact that there is no torque about the space z axis. The motion due to change of theta is called nutation, and that due to change in phi is called precession. We have already obtained two integral of motion. Next, consider the third integral of motion, which is that total energy remains conserved. Total energy is given by T plus V. T is the kinetic energy, V is the potential energy. We have already obtained the expression for T and V. Substituting the value, we get this one equal to constant K dash A. On simplification, we get the equation 9.17. We have used here this relation, psi dot plus phi dot cos theta equal to n, which is constant. We have already obtained this result. Thus, 9.15 to 9.17 give the three integrals of motion. Now, Lagrange's theta equation gives ddt of del del theta dot of L minus del del theta of capital L equal to 0. Here, del del theta of L is the partial derivative of Lagrangian L with respect to theta. ddt stands for ordinary derivative with respect to time. After calculating the partial derivative and then again differentiating that with respect to time t, we get this term. Calculating this one and substituting here, we get this one, and we finally get equation 9.18. Let us discuss the steady motion of a top. Let theta equal to I, which is constant, phi dot equal to omega, which is also constant, psi dot equal to constant. Substituting these in the equation, we have minus capital A omega square sin I cos I plus capital C into omega into n into sin I minus capital mg L into sin I equal to 0. We have just substituted this value in the expression we already have. Please note that by steady motion we mean that the motion is independent of time t. Taking sin I common, we get this result. From this, we can conclude that either sin I equal to 0 or the term within the first bracket vanishes. So, we get this one. If sin I equal to 0, we get I equal to 0. In this case, the top appears to be motionless with its symmetry axis coinciding with the vertical. So, it is called the case of sleeping top. We already found that this relation. For simplicity, we left the second case. Now, from this one we get phi dot equal to C into n into 1 minus cos theta divided by capital A into sin square theta. Just from this relation we have shifted this term in the right hand portion, then divided by A sin square theta we get this result. Sin square theta can be written as 1 minus cos square theta, then 1 minus cos theta cancels out, 1 plus cos theta we get here. If theta is very small, cos theta is nearly equal to 1. So, we get phi dot is nearly equal to capital C into n divided by 2 into capital A. Let us discuss the stability of top motion. To discuss the nature of steady motion for which I equal to 0, we set theta equal to 0 plus theta 1 equal to theta 1. That is, to check the stability, we just give a rotation which is theta 1, where theta 1 depends on time t, which is very small. Substituting theta equal to theta 1 in equation 9.18, we have this result. From this, transferring this term, this one on the right hand side and dividing by capital A, we get theta 1 double dot as this. Now, what happens if c square n square becomes greater than 4 into capital A into capital M into small g into L? That is, if n becomes greater than 2 divided by c into square root of capital A into capital M into small g into L. Small g is the acceleration due to gravity, capital M is the mass. Then the state of steady motion about theta equal to 0 is stable. Why? Let us check. From this expression, we get that if n becomes larger than this quantity, then the negative sign retains with this equation. So, the top executes simple harmonic motion, that is why it is stable. The period of nutation is given by tau equal to 4 pi capital A divided by square root of capital C square into n square minus 4 into capital A into capital M into G into L. In this module, we have obtained Euler's kinematical relations and using such discussed the motion of a top in detail. Top is a special type of rigid body which is spinning about a fixed point which is known as its apex. In such cases, we have derived the condition for stability and obtained the Lagrange's equation of motion.